Hey guys, today I'm here to talk to you about DJing your own wedding. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like it, please share it. It's really easy on Instagram to share to your stories. And if you are getting married and looking for a DJ, go to djbenboylan.com and schedule a conversation. Let's get into it. Okay, so this video is about DJing your own wedding, and I'm going to answer two main questions. The first one is, should I DJ my own wedding? And the second one is, can I DJ my own wedding? Is it possible? And this is assuming, obviously, that you want a DJ at your wedding and you like things like music, dancing, fun. I'm sure there's someone that doesn't like those things, but I think you do if you're watching this. So I can think of a few circumstances where it might be a good idea to DJ your own wedding. And that would be if you are having your wedding at home, if you're having it in a backyard, like a small home, a small backyard, or of course, if you just don't have the budget for it. Let me tell you about my parents' wedding. They got married in Brooklyn, in Brooklyn Heights, and they didn't have the budget for a big wedding. They had a small wedding at a small house of worship in Brooklyn, and afterwards, they had bagels from a nearby bagel shop brought in, and their small group of friends, I think there were like 30 or 40 people there, just ate bagels, and that was it. It was done in the afternoon, and that was fine for them. You know, they didn't have the budget for it, and their parents didn't or couldn't step up, and they look back on that as a really great day and an incredibly, a beautiful wedding for them. So if that's where you are, I think that's fine. Go with it, and you can still have a great time. Okay, and on the flip side, here's some reasons why you should not DJ your own wedding. Number one, wedding for you, the couple, should really be like a roller coaster ride. You get into the ride, you strap in, and then you just go. You enjoy it. You don't have to worry about it. No one's like, Sarah, the ride stopped and the engine's now working on the ride. What do you think we should do? No, you just want to strap in. You want to enjoy the ride until it's done. Now, if you are in charge of things like music, playlist, speakers, you're even if no one comes up to you and bothers you about it, which they definitely will, you're still going to be worrying and thinking about it the whole time. Now, there are some people that do that who do hire DJs, but a lot don't, and you will if you end up being in charge of this type of thing at your wedding. Another reason you shouldn't do it is making a playlist, regardless of how you DJ, with turntables, with a DJ controller, with, a Spotify playlist. Making a playlist that will make people dance is hard. It's very hard. It takes a lot of practice, and it's something I couldn't do at first. It took me years to get really good at knowing what songs to play to make people dance, and what good combinations would be. And I can just judge by being in front of a group of people, and within a few minutes I'll have everybody dancing. That's really hard to do, and that's another reason you might want to rethink this. And the final reason why I think you shouldn't do it, and it's pretty similar to the first one, is the logistics are going to be a real pain in the ass for you, to be honest. The equipment, if you're not having it at home and you're having it in a venue, this would be a really bad idea to DJ it yourself. It's just a lot of logistics, insurance, there's a lot of things. So, rethink that. All right, now, can you do it? Is it possible for you to DJ your own wedding? Sure. Let me talk to the person who is having their wedding at home. They have 40 or 50 guests. They don't have the budget to hire a DJ. You can definitely do it. You're going to want to get some equipment, and you're going to want to get a playlist. For the equipment, you can rent it from a place like Guitar Center. If you are in New York City, I work with a great place called Sound House. Ask for Carrie. He'll take really good care of you. You can rent the stuff you need. Or if you have a friend who's in a band or something like that, they might be able to provide you with a basic setup that you can use. As far as equipment goes, you're going to need some speakers, probably 2 speakers. If you have stands, You can put them on stands. If you don't, just put them on the floor. And you are going to need something to connect them to your computer. So normally that's some kind of soundboard or mixer, online mixer, probably. You can rent that, or your friend who is in a band will definitely have one or be able to borrow one, and they can bring that over. And you might want to have a microphone if you wanted to do any announcements or speech. Here's a quick note about microphones. You will probably need one for your wedding ceremony and for your speeches, as long as you have more than 40 or 50 people and you aren't in a small space. And use a mic with a wire on it. Don't attempt to use a wireless mic. They can be really tricky and a real pain. So make sure that the mic that you rent or your friend brings over is one that is a wired mic, not a wireless one. So the next thing you are going to need is a playlist. I use Spotify, I love it, but you can use whatever service you use. And try to pick songs that, number one, your guests are going to know. If your goal is that you want people to dance, they have to know most of the songs that you play. The other one is they have to be in a genre you think everyone is going to like. So if you have a lot of older guests, you would want to pick older songs. And if you have a lot of songs from, a certain part of the world, you would want to pick songs that are played over there or that they would know. And finally, don't feel like you have to play wedding songs because it's a wedding, because less people like those traditional corny wedding songs than you would think. So if you want to leave those out, you have my permission. And you are going to want to designate someone to be in charge of the playlist. Don't do it yourself. That's going to be really annoying. Someone can sit with the computer or the iPad or whatever, and it's really good because some songs have like a space at the end of them of like 5 or 10 seconds of silence, so they can just forward to the next song. Some songs might not be working or might be too long. They can forward to the next song. It's just good to have someone in charge of it, and that will be very helpful to you. Finally, if you are renting the equipment, price it out. Some of these rental companies can be very expensive, and some of them make you rent a sound tech who will come there to make sure you don't break anything, basically. So if it's going to be expensive and a DJ would only be a couple $100 more, maybe you just want to go ahead and get the DJ. That's what I would suggest. And if you have a lower budget for a DJ, my suggestion would be to try to find someone who is new to DJing, who has a low price, rather than someone who has been DJing for 10 years who has a low price. Because the new one, while they might not be as experienced with the logistics, they're going to be a lot more open to your suggestions. And also, they aren't going to do a lot of the more traditional wedding DJ stuff that you might not want. Okay, and one more thing. If there's anyone out there who cannot afford a DJ, really wish they could, and has questions or needs help, email me. Go to my website, djbenboylan.com. You can find all the different ways to contact me. I'm happy to help you. Any questions or you need anything, I'm there for you. I'd love to do that. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please share this video. It's really easy on Instagram. Just click the button to share it to your stories. And if you are getting married and looking for a DJ, head on over to djbenboylan.com and schedule a conversation. Thanks so much.